You guys can hear me, right? Everybody, I've been over here talking to myself. I might have been on mute. You guys can hear me, right? Everybody, I've been over here talking to myself. I might have been on mute. Oh, Lord. I was on mute for like 20 minutes. Alright. That's what I get. Alright. I will give you guys a quick refresh on what I'm doing. I'm flying some cargo missions. Flying rubber dog crap out of Hong Kong. Let's see. I want to make sure we have some fuel. This thing never gives me enough fuel. That looks like plenty. I'll take it. So I want to unlock medium cargo transport. Right now I've got light cargo transport, so I've got a few more cargo transports to do, and then I might do the turboprop endorsement. But who's on with me tonight? Where are you guys watching in from? Hope this thing lasts. It's kind of laggy though. You know what? I'm over the whole pre-flight thing. All right.
Captain, are you ready? Great. It's Clarice, your dispatcher. You know? Just a quick reminder about today's
Heyo.
job.
How soon till you can purchase a plane? I need some money. Old Man Gaming, what's up? I think I saw a comment from you the other day. Wanted to see if I could pick up any pointers. Maybe. If they don't come from me, I bet Almost Aaron's got some good pointers. One of the two of us will.
You have all the pertinent information in your flight packet as a reminder.
Got the golden view. Oh, it's not golden, it's the sun. Alright, so what do we got? It's a pretty cargo plane. Let's see. Announcing taxi.
Kilo Oscar X-ray India traffic. Cessna November 6 8274 is taxiing to runway tree 6. Kilo Oscar X-ray India.
Yeah, come on. Let's get there. Enter. I really need to get a mouse hooked up to this one of these days. There's a pointer. Get a mouse. I'm currently flying old ladies around sightseeing. Sounds fun. Alright, I think I'm just gonna, I never use these anyway. Good old steam gauges though. Let's get I haven't been on here for a couple days. GTA had a update, so I've been playing that. See if this comes back to me though. I think I did the high performance endorsement, but I didn't do that on live though. Like that unlocked a Cirrus SR22. Yeah, I got a mansion. Oh shit. Okay, good. I clipped through it. Cannot exit aircraft. Must be stopped to exit. What? Oh, I'm not trying to get out of the aircraft. Saw the new FMJ. Very something. I'll try that very quick. I think I got the FMJ. I get a lot of cars and put them right into a garage and never actually even never maybe I should have been playing that live stream. I get a lot of cars and stick them straight in the garage and never actually drive them very much. I'll make them look halfway decent and then stick them in a garage somewhere. I always wanted Devin Weston's house though, so I definitely bought that mansion. It's pretty nice. There we go. Alright.
Kilo Oscar X-ray India traffic. Cessna November 6, 8274. Taking off runway tree 6, west departure, Kilo Oscar X-ray India.
Missed the taxiway or something. No. Alright, here we go. Just had to look at the compass to make sure I was on 3.6. I didn't really have much of a choice. It's 55 rotating. Get so used to flying those G1000 suites, I'm not used to looking at the steam gauges anymore, and that's hard for me to say because I've flown my entire my entire career with steam gauges, but I've always flown steam gauges. I've never had any official training on G1000 or GNS 530s. I've flown a Cessna 172s with 430s and stuff, but pretty much everything I've ever flown is just steam gauge. Pretty much exactly like that right there. Steam gauge with a 430 or a dual 430. Not even a 530. Trouble so far flying is using trim. You know, like I know that you use the trim with R1 and you can change it by pressing up and down, and I think almost Aaron gave me that pointer, or somebody else, maybe somebody else did. I think it was Aaron. I think I've got the assist turned on for it still, so it just takes care of trim for me. So I guess technically I haven't had any issues, but sometimes I feel like I need it. Did you turn the assist off and you're trying to use it and having trouble with it? Oh, got a cat. Just like the mansion. Got a cat. Got a cat in my lap. What's up, buddy? The assist will fight you if you're trying to level out. Yeah, tell me about it. I should probably turn it off and see how it acts. I might keep it on for the flight, and then in between flights, maybe I'll turn it back on, or I mean, turn it off and see how it flies for a small flight. So, probably have it on, but when landing, I always land rough. So I've had mine on since I started with this. I mean, I don't have a lot of time. I mean, I only have like maybe a few hours worth of flights. But it's taken me a lot to really try and get the landings down with these triggers. It's so easy to over control with the toggles on a PlayStation 5 on the joystick. So you really have to almost consciously. You almost have to consciously and very purposely not over control it, and just press those toggles ever so slightly, and just hold off on the flare. Just hold it back ever so slightly. And oddly, I started getting better at landings when I started flying higher performance aircraft, which you have to slow down way in advance with like a Cessna TTX, which I actually really like that airplane. I'm still having trouble landing with most planes are just an absolute pain in the neck. Practicing with the ladies you're flying around? That's good. Did you tell them you're a pilot? Should be like, pilot, I'll fly you around. What's up? Just control level with throttle. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've got enough crap to control with this joystick, or with the controller, with the DualSense controller. I almost just don't even want to have to deal with the trim. With my regular rig on the PC, I've got everything. I control everything manually. I've got a flight velocity trim wheel, and I'll trim it out. But on here, it's just, you might as well use some of the assists. You know? Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, are we going down? I got tired of flying people around. I'm like, just give me some cargo to fly around. I'll take it. I got this sucker loaded up. I don't know what I'm flying, but I just imagine that I've got too much GTA time in, but I just imagine I'm flying some crack somewhere. Like Tom Cruise in that movie, American something. I guess I could, that might be a little too much. I was gonna say lean it out a little bit. 80%. See if that gives me a little airspeed or anything. Probably not. Normally when you do that, I think you're looking for like a small change in the EGT, but I don't know if it gave me that or not when you're leaning it out. Looks like there's an airport right in front of me there. Should probably be making a radio call going over the top of that, but it's not asking me to. That's something I like about the PC. I use Navigraph for like real-time map positions. So it's like using basically it's like using ForeFlight, and you can tell exactly where you're at. I'm not looking at a map right now. I have 100% absolutely no idea where I'm at right now. But I like having that Navigraph with the PC. You can see where you're at. Still probably wouldn't be making any radio calls, but if I had Pilot Edge up, I could be making some calls, I suppose. You doing any flights tonight, Aaron? You flying around too? Steep discount, not sure how much of it. Said not sure how much of it was, or how much it was. You probably aren't too far off. I've got about 20,000 credits right now. When I was looking at the prices, it only gave me a couple options for airplanes to buy. But a Cessna 172, I can only buy a used airplane right now. But I could get a 172 for right around 25,000 credits when I was looking. So probably just do a few flights. I figure if I can get through and get the medium cargo unlocked, by the time I get that unlocked, if I don't skip everything, I'll have some good credits built up, have some more levels, maybe have some more options, and I think I'll just have a little more cash in my back pocket to fly with, you know. Kind of don't want to. I don't know if I want to buy a 172. I want to see what other options it gives me. Oh, I did want to ask, because it looks like, so each business that you start, is it only for one thing? Like the business that I started, it looked like the only thing I could do was sightseeing. And I was curious if I had to start other businesses in order to do other types of missions. I guess maybe when I'm done with this, I'll re-explain that when I go back into the companies that I own. It looks like I have to have multiple companies in order to do a lot of this stuff. Roger that. Buy a cheap one, do freelance missions with it. Said, from what I've seen, you have to do different businesses as you go up in level. Gotcha. I might have a chat with ChatGPT and see what it says about some of that stuff. Frame rate drop I was on that one. people. I got 8 people. So I got Aaron and our man, old man out there. That leaves 6 other people. Where are you guys all watching in from? Feel free to join into the conversation. I'm not blocking anybody from conversing or anything. $37 miles to go. We got this. Who is new to flight sim watching? I don't watch a lot of flight sims. I think I'd get bored watching other people sim. I'm bored watching myself sim. Trying to get chat involved for you. I appreciate it, man. Who is new to flight sim watching? What is everybody doing? Or just flight simming in general. I've probably got like Air Force Proud's probably in here, like just watching me, shaking his head somewhere. Air Force Proud 95 is like the only, I think probably one of the few people that I kind of watch a lot of his flight sim videos. It's just kind of funny. He actually does good streams though. I'm always impressed with all the cuts that he could go from like one scene to another one to this one to that one to looking out the window and then switch over here, switch over there, glance left, right, forward. I'm just making stuff up over here. I think there are different software packages I think that you can get. You may not even need them, but I think there's different software packages that'll give you like cinematic views, things to switch around. So it's not so, that way it's not so, I don't want to say uninteresting to watch, but just it gives you a little bit more interesting when you can cut between different views. You know, sometimes you're in here, whatever, and then sometimes you cut out. But he'll be making radio calls. He's on VATSIM. He's always doing some cool stuff. Old man gaming, you say you're new, and but your old eyes and reflexes ain't what they used to be. I feel that. Showcase drone. You can fly separate from the plane and can lower speed for cinematic views. That's cool. There's probably some crap that won't work on PlayStation 5, I'm guessing. Flies separate from the plane and can lower speed for cinematic views. I'll have to look into that. I need to get my PC back out and clean it up, make sure that it's make sure it's updated basically, and make sure that I can run some stuff on it, because I think I'm gonna get a new panel coming in soon, so I need to make sure it's ready to set everything up on there. Or I could set up my old panel, which is still a pretty damn good panel. There's no reason that I can't use that one. But if I decided to do some Microsoft Flight Simulator flying on it, or either one of them, then I could probably try something like Showcase Drone. Oh, you said it's part of the camera from the toolbar. Yeah, I can see it. Don't use it unless you have the autopilot set. I'm still trying to figure out how to get to the toolbar. Oops. Yeah, I just accidentally stuck my flaps in. I'm like pressing buttons trying to see if something pops up. Not that one. Definitely not that one. Free cam, it's at the top of your screen. Alright, I didn't know that's what L3 was doing. You're not talking about the mission steps box up there, are you? Try R1 plus L3. Alright, look at that. Oh, it's cursor mode. Crap. Oh, there it is. Alright. I got her trimmed out pretty good. It's not on. Autopilot is not on, but... Is that what this is? I can pause the flight. And I never knew that? What? No way. Oh, well, besides hitting start, I mean. Let's see what else we got here. That thing. Alright. Now I can see where I'm at, although I still have no idea where I'm at, so. Play around with that when I am in autopilot one of these days. Camera views. Track out, smart cam, some other stuff. Showcase. Is that the showcase you're talking about? Showcase drone? Drone follow. Uh-oh. Shit. Now I got a problem. Let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, definitely play around with that when you're in autopilot. Where are we at anyway? 22 miles out? We're getting closer. We're almost there. At the rate I'm going, we're gonna have a nighttime landing coming in. want to switch this to VFR sectional view. It's like it maintains level flight while in cursor flight. I think it's just trimmed out pretty good. But yeah, it is actually, because I'm playing around with the controls and it's not moving the airplane. Maybe it is just holding level. Map settings. Let's see what we can do. Weather, navigation, orientation. This will be so much. It's not doing anything. Wait, there. Terrain, satellite, default. It's probably on default. Mission navigation. One is a VFR sectional. Airports on, everything on. Traffic highlights, traffic. Hey. What are we at? 16 miles? I got a little bit of time here. Oh, it's green instead of white now. I don't know what I did different. Aircraft, pilot book, settings, more apps. Say flight planner. Okay. Oh, R2 or L2 zoom in and out. It's good to know. Let me try that. Actually, I bet you're right. I bet when you go into cursor mode, it does hold it steady. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, did you say it was R2 or L2? Oh, look at that. I can almost see where I'm at. Alright. Looks like I'm flying into South Chicago. Just like there. Appreciate you guys keeping me straight on this thing, figuring all this stuff out. Need to fly with a gyro? Yeah, I probably need to figure that out too. GC com, third from the right is ATC com box. Oh, this one? Two in Chicago and 1, 2. Right. Request Class C airspace transition. Sure, why not?
November 68274, Chicago Approach. Walk 7144.
course you would. Acknowledge squawk code, say again, 7144. You guys gotta remember that, just in case I gotta go put that on. Seven 144. Roger that. Just gonna imagine that I'm talking for a minute. Alright. Okay, it automatically squawked that for me, so we're good on that. Alright, I got 6 miles left. I should probably focus on a landing here. Actually, what I am going to do is... Damn it. Wrong one. Alright, my bad. Full mixture. Looks like it may have already done that for me as well. Left on D-pad to talk to ATC. Really? Right. Doesn't seem to be doing anything with the left on the D-pad. Oh, never mind. Might have had to have held it for a second or so. You guys are so helpful. Only when they talk to you is when you need it. Yeah, okay. I probably should have gotten my transition. Okay, it's good to know. Probably should have gotten my transition through their airspace a lot sooner. But it is what it is. Who cares? I never used cursor mode. Now I have new autopilot for my Cub. Alright. Try and get a good visual of what this is. Pattern, arrival. So it looks like I'm going straight and coming around doing some weird crap. Alright. Looks good. I didn't even see the airport. See where it's supposed to be. Hopefully when I'm on final, hopefully I see it. Okay, I think I see it over there. Looks like it's it says it's an air park, so it's a little grass strip, or maybe right in the middle of a bunch of houses there, so. Yeah, I see it there. Looks like it might even have 2 runways. Let's say 1 now on the... Looks like a taxiway on the T, because it looks like a T from this angle. I think the top of the T is just a possibly just a taxiway. I feel like I'm not doing this right. We're gonna make it work one way or another. Yeah, I kind of get the idea what they're trying to get us to do, which is basically fly over the top. I mean, you should fly over the top at like 500 feet above the pattern altitude, and then kind of look at it, make sure you can see what you need to see, tetrahedron, see if you can see the windsock, and then make sure that you're going to enter the traffic pattern appropriately. And then you can teardrop back into it at a 45. Like, I get what it's trying to get you to do. Seems like so much extra work. Like, I don't remember ever doing all that crap when I was learning to fly. That was like 20 years ago. Did I just lose my engine? Damn. Get a little RPMs in there, buddy. Let's go. No pressure. Now all the people are coming in to watch me land. Yeah. I'm not doing a very good job at slowing it down and getting my flaps in ahead of time, but I think we're gonna go to the next taxiway. What do you think? This is a cute little air park. I want to go. What? Of course I made an announcement, punk. Alright. There we're down. Seen better landings, but couldn't barely. That was a small runway, though. Respect the taxi speed. Apparently 30 knots is where it's at. It's like a nice little place. Must have raised it from 15 knots. 15 knots is awful slow for a taxi. You would never get there. Don't mind me, just running across your grass. Sidewalk in a neighborhood, kind of feels like it. Most of these houses don't really look like houses, they look like barns or something, like old barns. Hold on. You got this, buddy. Come on. Get in there. Uh-oh. Yeah. That was a good long flight. I think I was overall pretty decent. Should be ground speed on the HUD since airspeed is liar. Right. Going through the shutdown process. Checklist, of course. Not bad, not bad. I think I was in an A flight. Let's see what I got. Not a D. B. Get the extras in there. I got it. I got the A. I still haven't gotten an S. I'm guessing that's super or superior or something. Not bad. Thanks, man. Should be 60% airline procedures, 75% cargo integrity, 87. Did I mess up the cargo? 13% of it fell out or something. Respect the condition of the aircraft. What? I didn't even do anything to the aircraft. Even the landing was decent. Oh well. Trying to get my aircraft reputation up a little bit. I'm close to B. I'm really close to it. I did it. That was it. I've been trying to get out of the C to a B for a while. I kept going backwards on a couple flights, and it kept going back. So I'm doing like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and then 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I'm like, come on, man. Broke someone's plates with the one turn. Probably did. Yeah, no crap. Let's see. 23, almost to 24. I need to get to level 25. That's one of my goals here, to get to the medium cargo. Next. I was gonna go over companies. So I did start up a company, conveniently called it Mile High Aviation. You're welcome. It looked like, so if I go to all create companies, so it says eligible companies. So what I'm wondering is if, like, this one company that I created, like, is that one only good for flight seeing, and then as I get more qualifications, I can do another business to do skydive aviation, and then another business to do cargo transport, and then another one to do agricultural work, or another one to do aerial advertising. Most of these I'm probably not even going to do. I'll probably stick to, simple stuff like flight seeing, cargo, VIP transport, charter flights, that kind of thing. And what I was wondering was, can I just do them all under the same business, and then as I get qualified, I can just do different types of flights under the same umbrella of Mile High Aviation? That's what I'm wondering. Anyway, if you guys happen to know the answer to that, it'd be cool. But that's where I was. Right now, I do not have any aircraft yet. Just trying to figure out how to buy an aircraft. Now I can't figure that out. So, buy aircraft, it gave me, so I can do used aircraft, not brand new, and apparently not in the marketplace, sorry. So if I go to used aircraft, go to manage company, then looks like I can do the Skyhawk. I've actually got just barely enough money to get that Cessna Skyhawk. I have no idea whether or not these, the only two that I would even maybe think about would be the Skyhawk or the Cub Crafters, and I'd probably go with the Skyhawk just because I'm more comfortable on tricycle gear. But I would do that. I'll probably, but I don't know if I can get like a slightly better aircraft if I just hold off a little bit and get that medium. But the biggest thing is whether or not I could, if I go back to manage, I think I was in the manage company. So this is manage company here. So company overview, fleet overview, I got nothing. The company overview, mile high density. I think the idea that it says passive income, which means that theoretically I could start a company and other people could fly some missions, and I could come back and be like, oh, look at that, I've got like extra credits just popping in here. I think that'd be really cool. So full insurance and start making real money. Yeah. It would be good to start making some real money. Especially with the kind of stuff that I'm doing here, but I would definitely want, what was the, I think I'm in the wrong, create companies. Cargo transfer aircraft available for purchase, 1 out of 5 specialization unlocked. So it kind of looks like if I purchased an aircraft, I might be able to do that, but even then I wouldn't have enough credits to get the pending qualification for the cargo transport. So I could buy an airplane, but I'd be doing flight seeing operations in order to make full cash on that until I could. But if I bought that one, that would make the cargo transport available. I just wouldn't be able to get it until I did a little bit more work. It's kind of what it seems like from what I'm seeing. Does that make sense? Let me know. I definitely will buy one though. Ooh, special mission opportunity. What's up? Congrats. Your reputation precedes you. Some contractors will now rely on skilled individuals like moi. Keep an eye on the world map for new opportunities. Special mission icons will sometimes show up when contractors have new missions for you. Shabam. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. I still needed more of these stupid cargo transport thingamajigs. I think I've got about enough oomph in me tonight to do maybe one more cargo mission and then unlock the turboprop. And then maybe, just maybe, if I have enough money, maybe buy an airplane. 7,650. I don't know if I will or not. God, these pay like crap. Just out of curiosity, these are first flights. Now the cameras are flight seeing, I think. God dang it. So I could do those. But if I had my own airplane, I could do these and probably still make a pretty good amount though, I would imagine. Why am I in Wisconsin? Where does this one go? 7,000? Let's see if I can find one with a... Let's see if I can find one with a Cessna. Come on, give me a cargo mission. What, did they just take all the cargo missions off the map? What the hell are they? Screw it, I'm going back to Africa. Skydiving. There's not even cargo missions over here. Where are they all at? That's where they originated from. There's a cargo mission. Please be a Cessna. Two hours. That's a day. That's a day for you. For 1 hour flight. Ugh. Right. Maybe like a 45-minute flight in a Cessna 172 or something. An hour and a half. Third. 9,000 credits, though. That's not bad. What time is it? Take me up on 10:30. Alright, I suppose. 10x, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's probably what I should do. I'm trying to get these cargo missions out of the way. I kind of get in a kind of an OCD plate eating kind of thing where I just got to eat like I just got to take care of everything all at once. It's like the GTA grind when you're trying to get your career progress and you just have it in your head that you're like, I'm going to do everything that you need to do to get career progress done for after hours DLC and nothing else, and you just do it. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. It does make it more fun when I can do this with you guys, though. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Make sure I have enough fuel. Just give myself a little bit more by the Cub and do enough missions to unlock search and rescue. And get a Savage Cub till I have enough for the CJ4. Stepped out, what did you miss? We were talking about buying different aircraft and doing cargo missions, and Aaron's talking about buying a CJ4s, Cubs, Savage Cubs, and I'm over here just flying a flight to do cargo missions and unlock cargo stuff. And also making credits so that I can do all of that stuff comfortably. Of course. Hey, no, 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 punk. No. I've already accepted the mission. Come on. 1, 2. Okay. Fly, sucker. Yeah, I definitely need to get in there and get those 10Xs. Search and rescue, though. You like doing the search and rescue missions? So you'd actually, basically, you could fly a Cub pretty much anywhere. You could land that out in the back country. Ooh, commercial license tomorrow and doing cargo missions. Okay, yeah, you're probably pretty close to what I'm doing. I did get my tail wheel. I got the tail wheel, and I did something else. I forget which one it was.
Your dispatcher, you know. Just a quick reminder about today's job. Bulk on board. This is a very important shipment for one of our clients. Needs to get to Reichelsheim, Wetterau promptly. Sensitive cargo containers are designed to withstand turbulence, but it's crucial that you keep a steady flight speed and adjust to changing conditions. Let's get the cargo there secure and on time. You have all the pertinent information in your flight packet as a reminder. Safe flying, Captain.
Luxembourg round. Cessna Lima X-ray Hotel Echo with Quebec. Request taxi for takeoff. Departure to the east.
Uh-oh. I'm already getting in trouble for not waiting for my clearance. That was my bad. Oh, whoops. I'm not even taxiing in the right dang direction. Better slow down, though. Get in trouble for taxiing too fast. Used to say in the Army, a brisk walk. Don't want to taxi any faster than a brisk walk, which would be pretty freaking slow, not 15 knots. Brisk walk would be, I would say, maybe at the most 5 miles an hour, 4 or 5. That'd be a fast walk. Savage Cub is, I'm going to try to read this without ending up in the sod over here. Savage Cub is about 400K. And the missions for it pay 300 to 400. Alright, shoot. And they used to let you take off from your parking spot, no more than a taxi violation. I'm gonna get a call from ATC. Take down this number, sir. You need to give us a call, please. Normally it shows me where the hold short is. I know that's the hold short line, but unless there's another one that I missed something. Is there another hold short out there? Oh, it's way down there. Crap. Well, I'm gonna have to go backwards then. Put the reverse thrusters on. Here we go. Don't tell them I'm going through the grass. Poor cargo's probably, all those plates are breaking over there. Oh, come on, man. Should be a long hour. You're just doing dumb crap. Excuse me. I'm trying not to skip stuff too much because, I mean, I could just skip to the takeoff, which would be a lot easier, but I don't want to miss out on too many of the credits. I mean, if I'm going to fly and go through this, I want my credits, you know. If you skip it, because I did that a few times, if you skip a bunch of times, you're not getting nearly the amount of credits that you should. Yeah, that's good. That's kind of what I wondered, because normally I stop, like I'll skip the whole pre-flight and just get in and go straight to startup and all that. Alright, let's request that takeoff.
Luxembourg Tower, Cessna
Luxembourg.
Lima X-ray Hotel Echo at runway 24 ready for departure. Departure to the east.
Cessna Lima X-ray Hotel Echo. QNH 101 tree, east departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 24.
Clear for takeoff 24, roger that.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24. Cessna Hotel Echo.
The runway is like way up there. Come on, let's go. I'm taxiing up a hill too. Alright, that is a big runway. Here we go. T's and P's in the green. Full throttle. Still looking good. 55, rotate. Minimal control on the joystick toggler thing. That is a long runway too. Maintain center line. Just gonna do a midfield departure. Don't tell anybody. Am I stalling at 70 knots? $112 nautical miles. Yeah, this is gonna be a long flight. Figure out the autopilot on this one. Alright. Just as soon as I get to altitude. Skipping taxi is minimal. Main flight. Ooh, okay. Now I'm getting. Look at me. Trying to fly and read. Flying and texting. Unauthorized. There we are. Skip straight to the descent right now if I wanted to. Figure I'll get the autopilot on and go for a walk. Drink some water. Airspeed is low, man. I'm gonna have to get my crap together and get that VY and VX VY in there. Best. I think VY is what you want to take off at. Right? It's been a while. Around 85 knots, whatever it is, though. Best rate of climb.
Cessna Hotel Hotel Echo. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, roger.
Luxembourg Tower, Cessna Lima X-ray, Hotel Hotel Echo. Frequency change.
Alright. Skipping the descent is going to pay you half, make around 60% more. Yeah. Can make about 60% more for your time skipping. Oh, you're saying if I like skipped, got paid half, and then went to another flight mission right away. Alright, let's see. Where is my heading bug? Autopilot. Flight director. Altitude. Question is, will it hold that altitude? That'd be great. Let's see. Altitude at 39. It's holding pretty good. I'll accept that. Probably back off on the RPMs a little bit there. Definitely need to get this. Let's see. Get the heading back on. Come on, highway in the sky. It's just you and me for a while. Get back in your box, little Cessna. Alright, yeah, this will do it. Holding right betty close to 3,900, just about 104 knots. 100, might have to adjust heading slightly as the flight goes on there, but I think we're good. And by as the flight goes on, I mean right now, apparently already. Got 11 people watching. Where's everybody from? Not sure how lean you can go, but there might be a little more speed. Yeah, I can give it a shot here. Let me get this thing straight and level through this thing for a second. Should try that though. Ew. Oh. No. Normally, I know this isn't the right way to do it. Normally, I just pull it back a little bit and hope for the best. Let's see what that gets me though. About 104. Pull it back a little bit without shutting the whole aircraft off. 104. True airspeed 112. I always wondered with the true airspeed, so if you got everything, say you go, I know the true airspeed will go up a little bit more if you go up higher in altitude too. So it's true airspeed because the air density is less, you can get higher speed. Higher speeds, you get the aircraft leaned out, you can get a little higher speeds. But your airspeed indicator never reads anything more than what it would normally read most of the time, right? But your true airspeed will go up, like it is now. I'm looking at about 112 knots, right? I always wondered, does that mean, excuse me, does that mean that I'm actually going 113 even though the ram air is reading 104, 105? I never really understood, like if you could actually have a good measurement and say, this is how fast I'm really going right now. Like I'm actually doing 113, or is it just doing some calculations and say, yeah, you're doing about this, but like based on time, like the time that it would take to get somewhere, would I base that off of 113 knots or 104 knots? Like if I were spinning that up on the wheel, right? Like by when I say that, I gotta watch who I'm talking to, because only the folks who've been around for a long time know what an E6B is. Probably some of the newer flight students do, I guess, but my guess is a lot of that E6B crap is, nobody uses the wheel anymore, I don't think. I think it's all digital now, which is fine. I could only wish that I was brought up in today's age. It's like playing video games. Actual real-life flying is like video game almost, but just kind of always, I just kind of always wondered about, you know. It's like, am I basing all of my flight data off 113 or the lower one? But looks like almost Aaron says something. I think airspeed is the effect on control surfaces, and TAS, true airspeed, is the air hitting the pitot tube. Really? Thought that was the regular airspeed, was the air hitting the ram air and the pitot tube. Now I'm gonna have to research this one. Crap. Well, I ain't got nothing better to do. Let's look it up. Got ChatGPT up in a different window. Hey, chat. Is ram airspeed the airspeed in an aircraft while flying the direct, or the readout you get on your airspeed indicator, or is that something else like true airspeed? Chat's gonna give me some long-winded answer to that one, I'm sure. Short answer, ram airspeed isn't an official airspeed you read directly on the gauge. You might be right on that one. So what your airspeed indicator shows is indicated airspeed, IAS, which comes from ram air pressure. That's what I just said. But they are not the same thing. Apparently not. Okay, let me unpack that. By me, I mean ChatGPT is on top of this crap already. So what ram air actually means, am I still in my blocks over here? Ram air is just outside air forced into a tube by the airplane's forward motion. In airplanes, that's the pitot tube, right? We got that. As you fly forward, air rams into the pitot tube. We get that. That creates ram pressure, aka total pressure. That pressure by itself is not a speed, it's just pressure. So what your airspeed indicator is showing is your airspeed indicator compares pitot pressure minus the static pressure. So, which is why we have the pitot tube and a static port. From that pressure difference, the instrument calculates indicated airspeed and sticks it on your airspeed indicator gauge. So, ram airspeed, not a real instrument reading. IAS, which is indicated airspeed, is derived from ram air pressure. Okay. So look at all this crap we can learn while we're flying 88 more miles. How this relates to other airspeeds. Here's the ladder from raw to refined. So indicated airspeed is going to be the rawest form, right? That's what's on your airspeed indicator, directly based on ram air pressure and affected by instrument position errors. The CAS, calibrated airspeed, that's IAS, indicated airspeed, corrected for instrument position error. Sure it is. EAS, equivalent airspeed. I don't know who's ever talked about that. That's CAS, calibrated airspeed, corrected for compressibility. Mostly jets and fast turboprops. TAS is your true airspeed. That's the actual speed through the air mass. So that's indicated airspeed corrected for density altitude. This is not directly measured by ram air alone. So what we're seeing on the gauge would not necessarily be just true airspeed. So you have to calculate that, right? Then you got your ground speed, which is true airspeed corrected for wind, and that's what the GPS shows. Thank God. So key takeaway, pilot friendly, is that ram air creates pressure. That pressure drives your indicated airspeed. Indicated airspeed does not equal true airspeed. True airspeed increases with altitude, even though ram pressure, which is your indicated airspeed, stays the same. I gotta know all this stuff, so if some check ride examiner gets up my rear hole, I can just regurgitate all this crap, right? So if somebody says, what's your ram airspeed, they probably mean indicated airspeed, or sloppily referring to pitot-based airspeed, not GPS or true airspeed. Like how they say sloppily. Alright, so I hope you guys learned something as much as I did today. Now, where'd you guys go? There you are. Colleen. Yeah. Could be wrong, just how processed it felt like. Yeah. Kinda right. I gotta get back in my boxes. There we go. I need to take a drink after talking all that much. Technically, the density of the air on the surface is corrected. Correct. Oop, hold on. There we go. It's time for a drink. The way that I understood it was that true airspeed is just, like, it's not what you read on the gauge. So the gauge, like in this case right now, the gauge is telling me 104. 112 would be corrected for basically density altitude. I don't know that it has as much to do with the airfoils. Which is what I think you're trying to say. The air on the surfaces. I mean, technically, the air density, the airfoils will go through the lower density air. Like if you're up higher, like I'm low right now. I'm at what, like 3,800 feet right now, 3,900 feet. If I were at 12,000, the air density would be a lot less, right? Why you can, right? Exactly. So, like there's like so much lower at higher altitudes that the surfaces, the airfoils, basically the wing, and the tail surfaces are just going, or the entire aircraft in general, are just going to go through it faster. Should have been a flight instructor. Missed my calling in life. What's up, Cat? That's why you can stall at flight level 45,000 doing true airspeed at 300. That's crazy. I've never flown that high, even in the sim, I don't think. Kitty Cat wants to get in on this flight. Yeah, you do. Play around with that, try to play around with that, smart cage. Big screen with smart. I don't understand any of this stuff. There's got to be an easier way to switch back and forth between all these, like to have to go into here to be able to switch to all these camera modes that's a lot of work. Yeah, stuff like this. I should be able to switch back and forth and look at all this stuff, like, easy. I mean, with a DualSense controller, like, how are you switching back and easily switching back and forth between all this? Like, this would be good for, like, you guys watching if I could easily just switch between all this stuff and not have to come in here with the autopilot on trying to figure out which one we want to look at, you know? Being able to preset them would be great. Oh, come on. Let's see. preset favorites, huh? Alright. It's like I'm going over somebody's outer marker there. Oh, see that airport over there? Going over their outer marker. Should definitely be talking to somebody coming through here. Taking the drone to ground level while cruising Comanche, I bet. Let's see. Crap. Getting off my... Get back in your boxes. Still got 11? Nope, I got 12 people now. Gives me 10 people that are in here not talking much. What's up to all 12 of my amazing Microsoft Flight Simulator watchers? Am I still on my... Oop, I'm off. Where are you guys all watching from tonight? You guys flying your own flights while watching me fly this flight? We're doing a cargo mission, if anybody cares. It's a long one. I got 65 more miles to go. It's probably about an hour and a half flight. We're just out making some money, learning about airspeed, playing with the autopilot, figuring out how drone angles work, how to possibly preset them. Should have, yep, I heard all this. I don't think I've broken too many plates just yet on this flight, but looks like we're in both over here, so that's good. I don't have to switch tanks every 5 seconds. I'm starting to get tired too. Alright. Heading. nav to stay locked on the pink line. Try that. Where's it taking me? Where are you taking me? No. This is not where we go. It's lining me up with the chalk line on that one. That's what it's doing. The highway in the sky is a different line than the pink line. Ever so slightly. That doesn't make any sense. If I look up at the top left, the pink line is, I'm slightly off to the left of the pink line. That is not locked on to the pink line at all. Oh, I scared the cat. Give it a second. Alright, I'll be patient. Me be patient now. It's probably slightly getting closer to it, isn't it? Like when I get to the very end, it'll finally sync up. Back again, still flying mission, or is this a new mission? I'm not sure where you left at, but I'm on an hour, about an hour long mission, maybe. It's the second cargo mission for the night. All right, look at that. Okay, it's the same one. Okay. Could get away with a little more throttle. Saying I'm going too slow. Alright, I am going slow, but it's a Cessna 172, so. You are correct, though. I could push a little more. Let's see what I get out of that. Pushing about an extra 5, 6. For 6 knots there. Still locked in on that pink GPS line though. I see you not using flight blocks. I think I am using flight blocks. They're just over there on the right. I'm using nav on the GPS to stay locked in on the pink GPS line, and it took me off of the flight blocks over there. There, I just toggled them on and off. I like them. They don't always coincide. I think it's some kind of an OCD thing for me. But I've noticed they don't always, like, I don't think I should be flying this flight also at whatever altitude I'm at, 39. I guess I can. So it's not a huge deal. But a lot of the flights in the US where I'm flying, or I know that the ground level, or where the ground altitude's at like 1,000 feet, and it's got me flying at 2,700 feet or something. I'm like, this isn't even a VFR cruising altitude. Why are we at 2,700? I feel like I should be more like at 3,500 or 4,500 or something, you know? Same thing with this. I'm at 39, you know? But I'm just at the altitude that it told me to go to, though. What are we pushing here? Still 121. Put another 8 knots on the clock there. 50 knots. Or, sorry, 50 nautical miles to go. Don't always. Yep. Yeah, I got pretty much full autopilot going on here though. Heading bug locked in. I don't have to sit there and worry about messing around with a heading bug every 5 seconds. It's kind of nice. I could take a nap. You guys can wake me up when we get there. Oh, no crap. I mean, I don't really care what altitude I'm at, but that is kind of cool. So, I can't see the ATC block because the cat is on the right in front of the TV. Get out of the way. So I could request flight following. That's kind of neat. Nearest airport list. Keep things interesting. One 367, Roger. Alright. Well, acknowledge a handoff, I guess, now. I mean, good day, you. Going to 120.805. Cessna Hotel Echo tune approach on 120.805. Sure. I should try to get a mouse up. Try and use the mouse on here. That would be kind of neat. Still locked on that pink line though. Got a cat up. Cat's back up here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like 0 degrees tonight at 3 o'clock in the morning. It is, I'm talking 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which is already 32 degrees below the freezing point, man. That is cold. It's cold outside. That's what I'm saying. Normally not a huge deal, but my poor ass has to walk outside at least 2 to 3 times a day to throw firewood in the outside furnace, which heats the house. So, means I gotta get dressed up. It keeps freaking snowing on top of that, so. Brr, yeah. Do a little winterproofing. I hope I'm doing enough winterproofing. So far we've done the I blew out all the sprinkler lines, we did that a while ago. Pretty much that was it. We just blew out the irrigation lines and all the spigots. Kept those open so there's no water in the lines to freeze out over the winter. I figure as long as I keep the house warm, and I've got a barn, so we've got some water. The wood furnace heats the house and the barn, so the pumps are running, the water's warm that's running from the wood furnace to the house and to the barn. So as long as we keep the water warm, it shouldn't be freezing, and nothing in the house or any other pipes should be freezing. So I think we're good. I spent about 2.5 hours outside snow blowing today. That was a treat. I don't know if you know anything about snow blowers, but they got the shear pins in the impellers, whatever the things are called in there that go around in circles. I think augers. I think they're called augers. They got the shear pins on there. Been using this thing for probably 3 or 4 years at this point. Never broken a shear pin. Fucking busted all 4 shear pins on the augers. Busted today. I've got to get that fixed. Thankfully, they're designed to do that, so it's a cheap fix. That's not it's not a problem. It's just the first time I've ever had shear pins bust out on all the augers on the snowblower. I remember once when I was in private pilot training, which was, might have been in my instrument training, but that was about that was in 2003, 2004, maybe? Post 9/11. I remember talking to the lineman, who was, at the time, he was kind of a young kid, maybe 17, 18 years old. And I remember him, I was talking to him because I figured he was going through flight training. I think he was continuing to do some flight training, and I just asked him, you know, what do you want to do? Are you gonna fly professionally? Do you want to go to the airlines? What are you gonna do? And he said, nah. He goes, I don't think I'm gonna pursue being a pilot for a job. And his reason was because he said the way that airplanes are going. Think about how I'm flying right now. Full autopilot, nav. Basically, I'm babysitting buttons. His reasoning 20 years ago was that he didn't want to babysit. He didn't want to have a job where he babysitted the aircraft all day. I always thought that was an interesting response, and it always kind of stuck with me. I flew helicopters. I definitely, to an extent, we babysat the aircraft, but I would say that aircraft took it was an extensive amount of babysitting. There was a lot of things to keep an eye on. So we definitely managed that aircraft while it was flying. There wasn't a G1000, there was no G1000 suite in a Delta model Chinook. So, I mean, we were flying steam gauges. Yeah, we had a GPS. We could plug stuff in. We had altitude hold. We had altitude hold and heading hold. We could fly it like this, but we didn't have that nav function where it would hold the pink line for you. You know, we didn't even have a pink line. And so, nor have I ever flown a real aircraft that actually has that functionality. So just figuring this out as we go it's kind of a treat. It's different, you know. But I kind of understand it. I think he's just looking for looking for more of a challenge. I think flight training in and of itself is a challenge. This is one of the most challenging things I ever did, was learning to fly helicopters and going through the flight training with the military. But you know, if you just say you're just going to school and you get, I mean, I think getting a flight instructor license or getting your ticket to be a flight instructor is probably, as a civilian, probably one of the most challenging things that you can do. That and maybe instruments. But man, the army is they're throwing it all at you one every day. It's always something different. Like, as a whole, it was the most challenging series of all events that I've ever done in my life to do. Basically, private pilot, instrument pilot, commercial pilot, nighttime flight, type rating in a multi-engine helicopter, NVG flying, survival training, dunker, which is where basically you're doing all the training for, you know, if something happened and you had a ditch in the water or whatever, you actually go through training for that in the Army. That's mentally strenuous. Especially for somebody that's claustrophobic. But, you know, I don't even know where I'm going with that. I'm just talking to talk to get me through the next 17 miles.
Cessna Hotel.
Uh-oh.
Echo contact Frankfurt approach on 118.505. Good day. Go to 118.505. Cessna Hotel Echo. Frankfurt approach. Cessna Lima X-ray. Hotel
if I could just cancel this.
Cessna Lima X-Ray Hotel Hotel Echo. Frankfurt approach. QNH 101 tree. Radar contact. Continue.
You guys have been awesome. I'm gonna cancel this out.
Cessna Hotel Hotel Echo. Cancel flight following.
Cessna Hotel Hotel Echo. Frankfurt approach. Cancellation received. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved.
7000. I don't know if that's a good squawk code. Kind of wondered if I would end up. I called that way back at the beginning. I had a funny feeling that right at the end of this flight, I would end up back in those boxes the way that things were going to go. Alright, what are we at? 14 miles out? Just going to navigate this in there. Navigating our sails. I have a feeling once I get into the instrument training that I'm probably going to have a lot of radio calls to make. What's up, boys and girls? 12 people still. I think it's crazy that there's 12 people that want to watch me fly in this flight. What's up, guys? Thank you all for being here. Need more thumbs up. Everybody got to hit that thumbs up, right? Let's get this thing out there. Let's get some subscribes. If you guys want to see more live streams, go check out the channel if you guys are still here watching. Flight sim guides if you guys want to learn how to put together your own flight simulator. I've got a lot of how-tos on my channel and a lot of just talking about random talking points, mostly. Like and subscribe, or I'll crash this thing into Rockelschleim. Just kidding, I'm not going to do that. Got a reputation to keep up. I do think I am going to shut all this crap off though. So we're gonna go autopilot flight director. Should do it. 10 miles, just under 10 miles to go. At this point, we'll be making our VFR radio calls into Rockelschleimer. Whatever aircraft I am, Hotel Echo, hee. 10 miles to the west-southwest, inbound for full stop landing. Rockelschleimers. Would be awesome if I had a straight-in landing. Like a Cirrus. I'll make a regular. Maybe I'll make a regular approach. Maybe I won't. I was gonna do that turboprop tonight, but I think I'm gonna hold off. Pretty tired right now. I'm gonna finish this, rock this thing out, call it good, I think. Forgive me, I'm gonna cut this one short. We're gonna make right traffic for final approach. I'm like 99% sure nobody is out there. This is already telling me which runway to land on, and I'm not even double checking the winds. I don't even know if it gives me an option to double check the winds. Announce final, announce position, announce crosswind up, and whatever. I ain't got time for that. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can crack some plates on this landing. Mostly just want to try and keep it as controlled as I can. And hoping honestly at this point, I'm hoping I can see the runway. Oh, okay, I think I see it over there. Whatever. And we got the final approach music. Need some John Williams or something coming in here. Putting in that last notch of flaps, taking some power out. Very small displace threshold. We're gonna make it through this, I think. couple plates broke on that one, but I think we'll be alright. Overall, not bad, not bad. Thank you guys for sticking with me through that flight. That was a long one, not gonna lie. It was good though. It's good to learn a little bit about the. Oh shit! I got all the way to the end and then go off runway. I suck. All right, come on, get up here.
Echo Delta, Foxtrot Bravo traffic. Cessna Lima X-Ray Hotel, Hotel Echo is taxiing to parking. Echo Delta, Foxtrot Bravo.
This is gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna call it after I get in here and see what kind of a see if I got another A on that one. As long as I don't have this up. There we go. Now we're in. Got the parking brakes set. Shutdown procedure started. I think I did pretty good on that one. What do you guys think? Good night, Aaron. Have yourself a good one. Thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. Got to stick around and see if I got an A. I think I did. I think I probably did. I got a B until it adds in my performances, and then I still got an A. I still haven't gotten that red S, the super. So I assume that's what the super, superior, satisfactory, or something. I don't know. But not bad, not bad. I like how things are going here. Yeah, I definitely need to be making that 71,000 credits, so that I definitely agree with. Per flight. Woo, look at that, man. It's longer flights, really, as long as you don't completely F them up, you get a like, pretty decent there. Get you moving in the direction of that A reputation. I like it. All right. Come on, did we make it? We made level 25. That was one of the things I needed. So, and I got 2 cargo flights out of the way. I think I need 2 more, so for another night. Alright guys. You guys enjoy your evenings or mornings, and I will catch up with you guys another day, maybe tomorrow. Alright, see ya.